What's up, guys? Winning day today. Um, Entered with two micros instead of two minis, so I kind of got left out on a lot more money that I could have made. But let's go over today's trade recap and how I made $1,000 trading the Nasdaq. All right, so coming into market open on the daily time frame. Did a whole lot of nothing. Previous day high and previous day low, all the way up here. My original bias, or what I wanted it to do, was to sweep out previous day lows right here and tap into this 4 hour. Having a very strong bullish bias heading into today, and I still kept it. Just didn't go the way I kind of wanted it to go. If we come on here to the 1 and 4 hour, see we have all these stacked up equal lows, relative equal lows, all that good stuff. This is the 4 hour gap right here. It's also a 1 hour gap. And then head on to the 4 hour to give you guys a better view. This leg right here, or just this candle, as you can see, we swept out those equal lows on NASDAQ, these ones right here. And then this one right here got left in the dust. But on micro, yes, we actually ended up tapping that 4 hour gap today and swept out all this. So we had a SMT. And this was more towards when I was trading, obviously. But yeah, we ended up tapping this probably like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Yeah. So at the time we had a very strong SMT. The reason I wanted to take NASDAQ today, it just looked way cleaner. Um, and then if we head into my entry over here, my main draws on liquidity today were Asia highs. And another reason why I wanted to be more bullish is because of this 4 hour gap up here, and these just stacked highs that are really big liquidity pools. But if we head into my entry on here, we can see. So today was CPI at 8:30 a.m. We have London lows down here that never got touched. But yeah, we have an overall SMT, and then we have our midnight open right here, and then I'm pretty sure today's open somewhere around here, right here. Today opens right there, so we're already below Truday and midnight open. Initially before market open, so it gives me another bullish bias. We manipulated down during Truday open last night, and then we also manipulated down during midnight open, leaving us with Asia highs up here as a very strong draw. But yeah, so first off, this is at 9:30 a.m. right here. We create a this is 9:30 a.m. We create a 15-minute fair value gap right here. This rectangle is our 15-minute fair value gap. I can mark it out better for you guys right there. So that's my high time frame gap for the day. That's what I want to see get hit. And I knew it was gonna get hit because we swept out this data wick right here, this data high. So we were gonna have a really strong reaction and retrace down to this 15-minute. And since we were holding this 4 hour gap and we had that strong bullish SMT and holding this low right here, this hourly low, um, you know, we were gonna hold this 15-minute. It was pretty obvious. Doesn't matter if we saw London highs; it's not always a big thing. And plus, during London highs, we manipulated downwards. So it's pretty obvious that we're gonna be bullish today. Asia accumulated for the most part. London manipulated downwards, and then New York, let's expand higher. Why not? So if we come in, we have the 15-minute gap right here. Okay, and boom. Sorry, it's a little too far. Set on to the 1 minute. All right, so 15-minute gap right here, and boom, it gets hit. Now this is where we create our 1 minute fair value gap right here. This 1 minute bearish fair value gap on this manipulation leg down into the high time frame gap. So as a little example right here, guys, we have our manipulation leg right here. This manipulation leg, we want to see the actual fair value gap that gets formed by the manipulation leg into the high time frame gap get inversed, and that's where we want our entry. So we manipulate. I wait for the manipulation, bunch of people get stopped out here that are in longs, and we create a 5-minute SMT, an internal SMT right here. Took NASDAQ again today because it just looked cleaner. On ES, we didn't have the 1-minute inversion. So right here, as you can see, this 915 bullish gap right here didn't get filled on NASDAQ, but on ES, it did end up getting filled right here. That would give us this SMT. Whoops. All right, so if we actually head into more of the entry, after getting down to the lower time frames, we have low resistance liquidity on the manipulation leg that got formed, which is very good. That's always a really strong draw. You always want to be trading with low resistance liquidity and away from high resistance liquidity. In this case, this protected low right here becomes high resistance right here. This low right here becomes a high resistance low because we tapped into a high time frame gap. And you can see right here why I took this, because it gets held. So we have our SMT, and then we have a 1-minute inverse fair value gap to the upside off this bearish manipulation leg. And then I draw my levels once we start to get a little bit of a move down. And so I actually get tagged in there, but I just want to show you guys for this example. Boom, just like that. It might be a little off a little bit. But right here, so where I enter, I have my buy limit at the 0.62. I'll even put it on here for you guys. So this is what I originally entered with 2 minis, but we got to put it to 2 micros because my dumbass made a mistake. So this is what it kind of looked like today. So I got tagged in here after I drew up my fib levels. So as you can see, this is a high resistance low now, so it gets held. So I get tagged in, I technically tagged in here again. And this is where we start to get our little move up. And then the 10 a.m. candle, it's not this one, but the next 10 a.m. candle, or the one after this, is what really drives me to my take profit. So this is where we're going to be break even now. And then that's where we get our full take profit. So very clean day today. This is an A++ setup. It was a CPI day, but whatever. It was a great day. So yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Join the Discord down below if you want to learn my strategy like this. Book a one-on-one mentoring call with me if you want to learn my strategy and get an overall better edge in the market when you trade and become freaking profitable. Let's go, guys. Bang!